Muhammad Yunus, a respected banker from Bangladesh, won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2006. He is known for creating microfinance and microcredit, which gives small loans to poor people in villages. These loans help them invest and escape poverty. Yunus worked for the Bangladesh Grameen Bank until March 2011, but the government removed him from his position. He now travels a lot and is involved with organizations like the United Nations Foundation and Yunus Social Business. Yunus was born on the 28th of June 1940 in Hathazarai, Chittagong, to a Muslim family. Back then, it was part of British-controlled India. But in 1947, India gained independence, and Hathazarai became a part of East Pakistan, which later became Bangladesh. Yunus was a brilliant student. He was among the best students in his class at Chittagong Collegiate School and later at Chittagong College. He completed his bachelor's degree in economics from Dhaka University in 1960 and his master's degree in 1961. After finishing his studies, Yunus began teaching economics at Chittagong College. He also worked as a research assistant under Nurul Islam. In 1965, he got a scholarship to study at the United Nations. Later, in 1971, he earned a PhD in economics from Vanderbilt University. He also taught economics at Middle Tennessee State University as an assistant professor. In 1970, Yunus met Vera Forostenko, a Russian immigrant living in the US. They had a daughter named Monica Yunus, but Vera didn't want to live in Bangladesh, so they separated. Later, Yunus married Afrozi Yunus, and they had a daughter named Dina Afroz Yunus. In 1971, Bangladesh, earlier known as East Pakistan, wanted freedom from Pakistan. Yunus strongly supported this and worked at the Bangladesh Information Center in the US, which fought for Bangladesh's independence. After the war, Yunus came back to Bangladesh and started finding ways to help poor people. He became the head of the economics department at Chittagong University. The terrible famine in 1974 made him even more determined to help the poor. He realized that what he learned in books was not enough when he saw real people in the capital city starving. This made him work harder to make a difference in their lives. Yunus supported setting up local village governments, called Gram Sarkar, to help poor farming areas. The Bangladesh government adopted this idea in the late 1970s. Sadly, in 2005, these local governments were declared illegal, but Yunus' efforts to help villages remain an inspiration for many. While studying poverty in villages, Yunus noticed something troubling. Many poor people, especially women, couldn't get loans from banks. So, they had to borrow money from unofficial lenders who charged very high interest rates. This made it hard for them to start businesses or repay the loans. Yunus saw an opportunity. He thought if these loans were affordable, people could invest in their businesses and create wealth. He believed that with reasonable interest rates, people could easily repay the loans, making it a self-sustaining cycle. Yunus wanted to help these families escape poverty and build a better future. Yunus took a big step by lending $27 of his own money to 42 women in Jobra village near Chittagong. He was repaid with a small profit of 2 cents on each loan. This made him realize that microloans could be a successful way to help people, even with small amounts of money. In 1976, the Indian government decided to help this idea grow by giving a loan to create the Janata Bank. This plan worked well, and in 1983, the bank was renamed the Grameen Bank, meaning Village Bank. The idea was simple. Local people formed groups and applied for loans. These groups supported each other as co-guarantors. Surprisingly, 97% of the loans have been paid back, showing how successful the program is. Muhammad Yunus and Dr. Akhtar Hamid Khan, the founder of the Pakistan Academy for Rural Development, are the ones who came up with these ideas. Their work has made a big difference in the lives of many people, helping them become financially independent. This initiative was special because it mainly helped women, who often didn't have access to regular banks. Yunus believed that women could use their limited resources wisely and were reliable borrowers. To qualify for these small loans, people needed to own less than half an acre of land. This way of lending money became a key part of the Grameen social business model. This model has different plans to fight poverty in villages. It especially focuses on helping people, especially women, who didn't have much money before. Through these efforts, the Grameen Bank not only provided financial help but also gave people a chance to become financially independent and strong. Microfinance faced challenges in many communities. Some Muslim leaders felt the interest rates went against their religious laws. Conservatives were unsure about giving loans to women, and communists thought it could be used to control people. Despite these concerns, the microfinance movement kept going, determined to help those who needed it. But microcredit became a big success. It led to ideas like Grameen Telecom and Grameen Phone Village Phone, giving mobile phones to rural people who didn't have them before. This idea of small loans and financial help spread to more than 100 countries, mostly in developing areas. Even President Obama said, Professor Yunus began by helping a village, but he ended up changing the whole world. In 2006, Muhammad Yunus received a big award called the Nobel Peace Prize. Bill Clinton, an important person, suggested his name for the award. Yunus has also received many other awards like the Congressional Gold Medal and the Prince of Asturias Award. He has more than 50 honorary doctorate degrees, showing how much people respect his work. In 2006, Yunus thought about joining politics. He talked to some people who were not politicians like him, and they all wanted politics to be more honest and transparent. Yunus even thought about starting a new political party called Citizens' Power. But after thinking it over, he decided not to enter politics and focused on his other important work. After trying to join politics, Yunus faced more criticism from politicians in Bangladesh. In 2011, the government started looking into the Grameen Bank's work and told Yunus to stay away. People also said he shouldn't have stayed as chairman after he reached retirement age, which created more talk among the public. Yunus has been criticized by some conservative Muslim groups because he spoke openly in support of homosexuality. Some people are saying that Yunus has gone against their beliefs by supporting homosexuality. They want him to say sorry publicly, or else they threaten to make him leave the country, just like what happened with Taslima Nasreen, said Maulana Monaruzzaman Rabbani, who is leading the campaign against Yunus. This issue has caused a lot of discussion and disagreement in the community. In the past few years, people have started looking closely at microcredit schemes worldwide. In countries like Mexico, some are worried that microcredit is becoming like loan sharking, where companies take advantage of poor people for profit. Yunus, in response, said he never meant for microcredit to be used this way. He feels some dishonest businesses are using the good name of microcredit to make money at the expense of the poor. Bangladesh's Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina criticized Yunus, calling him a bloodsucker of poor people. But friends of Grameen Bank, including the Clintons and Mary Robinson, said these allegations were politically motivated and aggressive attacks on Yunus. Even though people criticize him, Muhammad Yunus is sure that his work in microcredit and microfinance will always help others escape poverty. He believes that what he has done will keep on helping people for a long time, giving them a way to overcome poverty. Muhammad Yunus's life teaches us many important things. He showed that giving small loans, especially to women, can help them and their communities escape poverty. This shows how having access to money can make a big difference for people. He also proved that starting businesses can help society and make money at the same time. Even when people criticized him, he didn't give up. His story inspires us to keep going, even when things are tough. Yunus also showed us the power of working together. When people from different places join hands, they can solve big problems together. He always focused on what people really need, which is crucial in finding good solutions. His work proves that even one person can make a big difference if they stand up for what's right and help others. Yunus's ability to change his ideas over time shows us that being open to new ways can create lasting change. And he taught us that being honest and fair in business is very important. In simple words, Yunus's life story shows that anyone can make a big impact on society. By being creative, determined, and caring about others, we can make the world a better place.